For thousands of years, humans wandered the wild. But here, in this fertile valley, from shelter to settlement, the world of humankind begins to take shape, not in stone yet, but in spirit. With symbols came memory, and with memory, the power to shape the future. Humans became shepherds of the earth, taming nature's rhythm to their own.
For the first time, trust traveled farther than blood, and trade began to weave humanity together.
From scattered tribes to a world of builders, the human story had only just begun.
With the first light, humans ventured into the unknown. The hunt of survival awaited. The rhythm of stone and grain became the heartbeat of the village. Stealth, patience, and instinct, the tools of survival before tools of stone. Before the plow, there was the careful hand, gathering what nature provided. Beasts of burden joined the human journey, strength shared and survival ensured. From earth they built, from river they shaped Potosi. Humanity's hands turned mud into meaning.
From raw harvest to nourishment, humanity learned the first lessons of patience and labor.
Fire was no longer feared. It was mastered. What began as shelter had become something greater, firelit, community. Words became decisions. Decisions became destiny.
From marks on wood, the story of time began. Knowledge was no longer instinct alone, acquired. It became shared memory. They began to see the divine, not in the sky, but in their own hands.
The first seeds of civilization were sown not in stone, but in soil. Knowledge traveled quietly, from hand to hand, from heart to heart.
Even the simplest tasks bound them together. Water, life, and survival shared. Observation became understanding for Ring, the first lessons in strategy and awareness. Stories carried wisdom, fear, and hope, and hound, binding them as one.
Every shelter was a testament to care, patience, and shared effort.
Skill was survival, and survival was everything. Even in rest, the rhythm of community pulsed through the valley. Even in rest, the rhythm of community pulsed through the valley. Life persisted frame, not as individuals, but as a shared heartbeat of humankind.
The future was taught, one small hand at a time.
Hunting was more than survival. It was strategy, trust, and intelligence. Every tool was a bridge between instinct and intellect. They learned to bend nature to their will, but never break its rhythm. They learned to bend nature to their will, but never break its rhythm. From the sky, they read time and seasons, the first calendars of humanity.
From nature, they created. From patience, they thrived.
In sharing victory, they forged bonds stronger than the sharpest spear.
Even amidst survival, laughter echoed, the first music of humanity.
Light became guidance, shaping not just the night, but the path of civilization. From Earth, they shaped tools, not just to survive, but to live fully. Ingenuity became survival Kapong, a mind sharpened by necessity. Through rhythm, they celebrated life, the first art of humanity. Preparation ensured survival, and survival inspired ambition. Through marks on stone, stories endured beyond memory. Patience and skill were passed to the next generation, the first teachers of civilization. Even in silence, they dreamed, Drolga, of the world they would someday shape. Distance did not divide them. It connected them through knowledge and purpose. From scattered wanderers to a community of builders, the Pranav, the journey of humanity continued.
Every basket carried not just food, but the knowledge of generations.
Crossing water became a lesson in teamwork and ingenuity. Observation was the first teacher, and nature was the classroom.
Every careful step brought food and survival closer together.
Symbols preserved memory, Grubel, the first echoes of thought beyond the mind.
Nourishment became a shared responsibility, and life thrived together.
Lessons were passed from hand to hand, eye to eye, generation to generation. The first bond between humans and animals marked a turning point in survival. Learning the ways of the wild ensured the survival of the tribe. Preserving food meant preserving life, or the first lessons in planning ahead.
Every figurine held a story, imagination given shape.
Rhythm and fire became the language of the soul, binding the tribe in unity.
Sharing was survival, and generosity became tradition.
The hands of many built the home of all.
Every strike of stone carved the path to ingenuity. Symbols of paint and motion connected the living to the unseen. Through rhythm, they honored life, the earth, and each other. Every catch was a lesson, patience rewarded with life.
Symbols defined space, teaching respect and cooperation.
The first guardians watched over life, blending vigilance with care.
Even the smallest acts carried culture and rhythm.
Communication without words became their greatest tool.
From fire, they drew safety, warmth, and the first sense of permanence.
Belief began not in temples, but in small acts of hope and imagination. Knowledge of the earth became knowledge of life itself.
Every ritual, however simple, strengthened the bonds of the tribe.
Observation turned into wisdom, and wisdom shaped the tribe.
From earth to vessel, they learned to preserve the bounty of life.
Through pigments and hands, stories transcended generations. Skill was honed early, for survival waited for no one.
Even the sun and moon became guides in the life of humanity.
Every task, no matter how small, was a lesson in community and care.
The land itself became a teacher, its secrets shared by those who watched. Cooking transformed food flow and transformed life itself. Through stories, memory endured, and the first history was born. Preparation ensured survival, and survival ensured the future. Even play became a teacher, passing skills without words. Celebration, ritual, and art, the first signs of culture.
Through symbols, they reached beyond the present, into memory and belief.
Every shared meal strengthened the bonds of survival and trust. Even as night fell, life continued ahead, persistent, resilient, human.